And we begin tonight with that surprise subpoena targeting former Mayor Kasim Reed's city spending. Reed isn't the only one investigators are looking into tonight. Fox 5 I-Team reporter Dale Russell has been covering this story for more than a year. Tonight he breaks down this new bombshell of a new twist.
We obtained the subpoenas under the Georgia Open Records Act from the city of Atlanta. One subpoena asking for purchase card records from the former mayor, his brother, and others. And a second subpoena concentrating on Mayor Reed's then Deputy Chief of Staff, Katrina Taylor Parks.
I've given my life to this job.
Since early 2017, when news of the FBI investigation broke, Mayor Kasim Reed defended his and the city's response to the bribery investigation that touched on employees and contractors. Now it's hitting home. These are some of the city credit card records prosecutors want to see. Mayor Reed used them for travel, flights, meals, and ground transportation. A federal grand jury subpoena wants them all.
Not surprised, but
William Perry is the director of a government watchdog group.
I thought it'd be very difficult to get directly to Kasim, but apparently it's starting to happen.
The grand jury also wants records of any reimbursements made by the mayor since April of 2017. In March of this year, Reed reimbursed the city for meals and flights costing thousands of dollars after another news outlet asked to review his credit card statements.
He started reviewing things and needed to cover his tracks.
The grand jury also subpoenaed credit cards of Mayor Reed's brother, Tracy Reed, seen here next to the mayor on election night. He once worked for the city but resigned in 2011.
That's where these documents, that's where numbers, and that's where account records come into play, because they will prove whether or not there was corruption.
For the last 2.5 years, FBI and IRS agents have methodically been investigating allegations of corruption at Atlanta City Hall. What can you tell us about this indictment? Last week, a federal grand jury indicted Mitzi Bickers, former campaign operative of Mayor Kasim Reed and one of his hand-picked department heads at the city. She pled not guilty to accepting more than $2 million in bribes. Her lawyer, Kevin Ross. Is Reverend Bickers going to fight this?
That's our intention.
2 city contractors were sentenced for paying millions in bribes, allegedly, to Miss Bickers.
They're both going to jail.
And the city's former chief procurement officer sentenced to prison for accepting bribes from another vendor.
That's a big fall from grace.
Along with a purchase card subpoena, the grand jury asked for documents relating specifically to Reed's Deputy Chief of Staff, Katrina Taylor Parks, including her travel records and her communications with 2 companies. Now, we cannot reach any of the people named in the subpoenas for comments tonight. The documents were scheduled to be turned over to the federal grand jury by May of this year. Dale Russell, Fox 5 News.